Good morning. Welcome to Wet Winnipeg. That was my first sip from my new cup, which we picked up yesterday. Those of you that haven't went with me on my bike ride to Staples, you will have already seen this. But for those of you who haven't, just on the right-hand side of the screen, I'm going to dub in a little bit of the footage from yesterday's motorcycle ride where I showed this cup. And you'll be able to kind of see it a little better. Okay. Now, I like the cup. It came out quite well. I think it was Kevin was mentioning something about, I think it was Kevin. I'm going to have to enlarge the, or do something with the shelf. It's getting pretty congested up there. Do you remember I used to use a board to get my scooter in and out of the house? I've still got that board. It's standing up beside my bed, if you can believe it. I didn't know what else to do with it. I didn't feel like lugging it downstairs to the workshop where it actually belongs. Now, in a way, now I'm kind of glad I didn't, because that board would actually make a much longer shelf than what I got. Yeah, on the other hand, maybe I could just, stagger the cups the way I've started doing here, or maybe start using the end there where I have the some of the like the stapler and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'll think of something. On the other hand, I just might not do anything. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I think this is probably going to be the last cup, unless in a year or two, all being well, we get another 1/200 scale ship of some sort. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'd like to stay with 1/200 scale so that they all kind of match. Now, I know the submarine isn't. The submarine, I believe, is 64th scale. That's why it's so big. Okay. I'm getting kind of dusty there. All right, let's get ourselves ready here. I think there'll be a Missy the dog episode today. I don't know. She may not go out because it is pretty wet out there, so I don't know what she's going to want to do. Anyway, what I will know by the end of today. A couple of viewers had noted that the when I put this part in, can you see it? Oh yeah, that this was not all the way down. Thanks for noticing that. Don't worry about that snap. It's just a fly. We've started the fly season again. If I was a cow, my tail would be just going like this. Okay. Thanks for noticing that. It's down now. I got everything all the way down. What are we going to do here today? I guess I better grab the manual and see if there's anything else we have to do here for step 15, or are we done step for 15? Oh no, I believe we have to put on at least one of these fire directors. Okay, what goes in that gun tub? Yeah, fire director. Okay, one of these. Oh, we could stick this little guy in there. I know it looks so small right now, but when I stick the macro lens on, it's not going to look small anymore. Okay, I'm just going to place it right here. Remind me, that's where I put it. I have a tendency to put something like that in an unusual place, and then if I'm thinking about something else while I'm doing it, later on I'll think, now what did I do with that? Yeah. Anyway. And I think there was a piece of photo etch that has to go, one of our ladders. Where is it over there? Yeah. It's way over there. I can't even reach it. It has to go on the side right in here. That shouldn't be too difficult. Oh yeah, we got to do something about our doors. They have to be glued in place, right here. Uh, no, we've got a lot to do in 15 now that I'm looking at it. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, let's get going here and yeah, sip number 2. Well, Pure Later's still running. Okay. Maybe I won't do the macro lens thing. Now, which way does this thing look the best? I think that. Well, actually, we're not going to be able to tell when we're looking at it from arm's length. We're not going to be able to see. I think I should maybe use a different pair of tweezers. Maybe the ones that have the. Maybe Tony's would do good here. Yeah, less chance of it scratching the paint off. It's not quite getting it, is it? I can't get the... There, that should work. Okay, we're obviously going to have to... Okay. Okay, we will moisten the peg. And we will moisten this. Now, if I make a bit of a mess here, it's not going to matter. We're not going to see down in there anyway. Just sort of dissolve the paint. Okay. Now, I think that it should have maybe be turned a little bit this way. There. Now, you will remember there were supposed to be some little itsy bitsy photo etch things glued onto the side of this thing. That were supposed to represent something. Okay, now we also have to get our ladder. I mean, the whole idea of putting this part on the deck, remember, was so that we could get the angle of the ladder right. And then, yeah, we are nowhere near done step 15. Now, remember yesterday I was talking about I was wondering why it was that there was a gap right here. Let's not break those ladders off here. There. Yeah, there was a gap right there that this wasn't closed off. Well, it just hit me a few minutes ago. There's supposed to be a ladder go down like this. Okay, then the other ladder goes down the other way. That's why they had us make 2 ladders. It'll be one of these 2 right here that we have to use. I got a feeling that just by sort of eyeballing it, I would think it might be the longer ladder has to go down right here. So it might be this one right here. We'll try this one first and see if it seems to fit. But before we do any gluing, we'll also place the other one right here. Okay, now that's the ladder that I think is supposed to go down from here to here. However, I'm thinking that if we put that one on first, it might be kind of in the way when we're trying to manipulate the one that is sort of in behind, which is this one right here. And got to figure out how to hold on to it now. Maybe I should be using a different tweezer here so I don't accidentally crush the railings. And the railings are a little bit, whoops. Alright, where did it go? Oh, here it is. They're a little bit kind of scrunched together, but it could be that it might be to our advantage to leave them that way. I'm just sort of thinking out loud here again. Okay, I gotta be able to grab hold of that and get it in there. Yeah, I'm gonna get a different tweezer here, because I think this is just a little bit too heavy duty. Okay, I think that has sort of, you might say, fallen into place. Now, this ladder, that's going to have to go the other way around, obviously. I'm pretty sure this is the combination it's supposed to be. I think that this one that I'm messing with right now is the longer one. Oh. Okay, it's a good thing that I can dub out the tomfoolery. I'm sorry if your name is Tom. No offense. It is supposed to go up in there somehow. And it is not going. It's jamming on me. My angles are wrong. I might have to do this one off camera. Or at least reposition everything here a little bit better. And maybe I can use my other lens and get further back. I could use the macro lens. It sort of acts as a bit of a telephoto, and I could back the camera off and still be zoomed in pretty good. Once again, I'm thinking out loud here. Oh, I'm beginning to think that maybe I got my ladders reversed, because this one does not seem to want to fit down through the opening. So let me get it off of there. So that would mean that this one is actually supposed to go down here. Okay, got to press stop again. Okay, I've been working at this a little bit here now, and I've come to the conclusion that perhaps it obviously fits through the hole, doesn't it? I just had my angle wrong there for the, let's try this again. Maybe if I was to spread the railings apart just a little bit so that they wedge. Yeah, I'm just going to spread them apart just a little bit. I might have to take it off camera here to do it properly. Okay, I think now there's probably less of a chance of this falling through. On the other hand, what can I use here to grab hold of this and just pull it into place? It's almost there. You know, I wonder if I got these. Oh, Ron. Push stop. Okay, I've got them, the rails wider apart, and we got more of a friction fit going on there. You can see that it's not as loose as it was. Now to try and get this down in between the railings on the bottom so that it looks believable. I think if I get this right, I'm not going to remove it. I'm just going to try and somehow get some CA glue and glue it into place there. And that is just about right. Yeah, that is just about right. That looks very believable. Let me check the monitor. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, now to figure out how to get the glue in there so I don't make a mess. Now I just had a bit of a disheartening realization, and that is this whole thing that we're working on right now is going to be on the far side when this ship is displayed. Yeah, the island and everything goes right here. This is the bow end, and yeah, all the other ships are pointed with the bow to the right, and this one we had decided it was going to have to go the other way because it would look the best. So my hope is that when we make this module for the other side over here, yeah, it's also going to have a lot of nice detail on it, so it can be seen. So if I don't get this 100% right, well, it doesn't matter. The only way people are going to see it is if I put a mirror right here, which I might do. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen until after it's done. So yeah, I'm going to go do some editing. I've done no editing yet so far this morning, and right now it is 16 minutes after 10, and no Missy the dog. Yeah, unless she went out and oh, there's something in the oven and it's just ready. I wonder what it could possibly be. Come on in, Max.
Hi. The rain's supposed to stop at around 11. We'll see if we have any more success then. I got no raincoat on, you guys, so. Thank you. We had the cat out on the back balcony this morning. She didn't much like it. She didn't want to come out from underneath the eaves.
I didn't notice that. Yeah.
You know, we were pretty close to the door. We only got 2 or 3 feet from the door, I think.
Well, just hang on, Missy. I'm all ready for you.
Oh, it's smoky, Rod.
Yes.
It's plus 10 on the scale.
I'll bet you're glad you've got those filters in your house.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the 2 of them. It's supposed to, each one will clean the house 5 times an hour. Okay.
Come on. There you go.
Pizza?
Yeah, I just took it out of the oven. I just said to the viewers, well, that I was shooting a scene, and
Yum. Man, it looks good.
I was shooting a scene, and just then my oven timer went off, and I said, "Guess what's in the oven?" or something to that effect. Anyway.
Did you have pizza yesterday too?
No. Yesterday, I can't remember what went wrong, but it just did not work out for pizza. So I said we're going to have it tomorrow, which is today. So
Is that a vegetarian pizza?
yeah,
Looks nice.
there's I don't think there's any meat in it at all. I went to my daughter's yesterday,
Aha.
and when I left, she gave me a bunch of leftovers, and some of it is some pretty nice pork chops. I could have cut it up and maybe put it on, but I didn't.
What was happening at Trish's?
My grandson that was going to be there the last time I was there and couldn't make it was there, and I haven't seen him for a while. So that's Gavin.
Yeah.
He's 25 now. The little boy that used to run around here.
Oh my God.
25. Yeah, he's.
And his sister is older or younger?
Younger. Yeah, she's younger.
She'd be about 23.
Yeah, I think so. I should know, but I don't. Somehow 25 is an easy number to remember.
It is.
Yeah. In a couple of days, my brother Steve is going to be 70. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? 70 years old. He sent me a message. And he said something about he's on a 4-day birthday tour. But what exactly it is, I'm not sure.
You don't know if it's hiking or driving?
It could be hiking because he's big into hiking. He can walk really well. So he doesn't have the knee problem that I've got.
Depending on what the air is like.
Yeah.
And possibly in the middle of yours, we'll see.
Oh my goodness. A trench, Missy. Yeah, just we need a trench.
I don't like the idea either. No trenches. A dog could fall in a trench. Holy moly. Look at some rain falling.
Bye, Missy.
Not a good day for most stuff. Maybe this afternoon.
I hope so. Okay. So we did have a Missy the dog episode after all. I didn't think we were there for a while. Yeah, doesn't look too healthy out there, does it? Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. Well, once again, for a while there, I was sort of wondering, were we going to have a Missy segment? Yeah, but she showed up. Didn't go very far. Yeah. No, what were we going to... Oh, I know. I think I said I'm going to go and do some editing, and then my oven beeped, and I took the pizza out. Yeah. I'm going to go do some editing here. I'm not going to cut today's episode off yet. What have we got now? It's 20 minutes to 11 already. Yeah, let's go do some editing here. Okay, this is almost a situation where I should be using the macro lens, but I'm not. Now, where the ladder is on the deck here, we don't want to glue it to that because when we lift this module off, we want it to release. So I'm thinking that this ladder here, we're going to have to somehow try and get glue just at the top there that you can probably not really see. If I get the camera so that it can see really good, like I am right now, then I can't see. So what I'm going to try to do is maybe put some glue right on the top there, and hopefully I don't make too much of a mess. I'm going to use either a toothpick or maybe one of Gabe's swabs without the swab. Now to get this ladder in place, I could do something similar, but it's really hard to get glue down in there without getting it all over the rail. But then afterwards I thought, well, what would be wrong with gluing this rail here to this rail here? You know what I mean? Just put a little bit of glue right there, and then later, maybe I'd be best off doing it on the inside here where we don't see. You probably can't see it either. You know, I could put a tiny little bit there, and then also I could put some at the top right here. and that would be enough to hold everything in place, so that when I'm, when I break this module loose here and pull it off, the ladders and everything stay in place. Then we're basically done with this module as near as I can tell, except on the other side that you can't see, but it's about where I'm pointing right now. There has to be another ladder, but that's going to be on the complete inside of everything. I don't know if that's even going to be seen. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be seen. Well, it might be if we're we're looking in from the other side, and if the hangar doors are open, we might see this whole open area here that I'm pointing to that you can't see. Well, let's go ahead and try and get this done, and we'll worry about the other things later. Okay, I've got one of Gabe's swabs here without the swabs. And remember I was talking about maybe gluing the one rail to the other, right here, on the opposite side where you can't see. And then I realized that, well, no, what I should be able to do is, if I was to glue right here, okay, that's all we should need. Once that glue hardens, that ladder's not going anywhere. Even if I took the part upside down and shook it, it's not going to come out of there. So yeah, let's see if we can maybe just somehow trying to get my angle just right here so that everybody can see. No, I don't want to knock the ladder out of place because it's pretty much in the right spot right now. Now I'm wondering, should I use CA thick in there and just sort of, come in from the back maybe? I'm afraid of using the thin because it'll have a tendency to just sort of wick itself all over the place. I'm going to try the thick first and see what happens. But then what's going to happen is I'm going to be probably touching the rail as I'm trying to get down in there. Okay. Now I think I've got glue built up underneath there, yeah, I don't think there's much use trying to put any more on. But when did that ever stop me before? Trying to get it to come off. Sort of built up underneath that little tread that you see, and the deck. There's a bit of a space there, and if I could get that to fill in with glue, and I think I'm basically getting it. Okay, let's quit. I think it's going to be okay, and that ladder, it won't fall out of there. So we don't need to worry about where the stringers go down to the little platform down below. Now let's see if we can do something with the other one. I'll reposition the camera. Okay, the rain has stopped and the construction has started. They've got a machine just right outside my front window doing something. Now if we make a tiny bit of a mess here, that's okay. We just want to glue that ladder, the stringers, to the platform. And I think the glue is coming off. Oops. Just trying to twist it here. Oh, we can raise that out of there and back. Yeah, I can see that I've got it. Now, that ladder also is going to stay in place when we lift the module off. Oh my. I hear Missy. Yeah, Missy's taking Lorraine for a walk. But what I wanted to show you was, I could be wrong, but it almost looks like there's a little bare spot forming out there in the middle of the street. 1:35. Maybe late this afternoon I might get out for a quick scoot. I'm going to call it quits here for today though. Tomorrow we'll, I'm pretty sure tomorrow we'll finish off step 15, all being well. Thank you for watching everybody, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.